What if the strawberry dress had an evil sister? Hello and welcome! Today we are going to recreate Lirika Matoshi's strawberry dress that took the internet by storm this summer. Let's start this, shall we? But before we get started, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments in what other sewing shenanigans you would like me to partake next. I love a crazy sewing challenge. For this project you will need 10 meters of interesting tulle. I chose the strawberry sequins because they are magnificent. 10 meters of soft mesh tulle, jersey in black, and your skin color. Mine is this weird beige to go with my quarantine tan, and vitamin D deficiency. Osteoporosis, here I come. A sewing machine or your hands, pins, a ruler, dead 3 sheets, pens, and the bodice and sleeve slopers. The evil plan! I suffer from Crohn's disease. Not to be confused with Crohn's disease, that is a serious business and we don't joke about it around here. I really mean Crohn's disease. That means that I am attracted to everything that's shiny and I need to have it at all costs. But of course I just couldn't go around copying another designer's design, and I have to give my own twist to things. I don't know Miss Matoshi, but for me, just like her name, she is something delicate like her designs. Lirika Matoshi. That sounds musical, almost angelical, whilst I am me. Weird, yes. So, there's this dress and there is this other dress. I like the shape of this dress better, but I hate these sleeves. These other sleeves are very interesting though, but I think they would look better on me if they were off the shoulder. So my idea is to combine those magnificent designs into a Frankenberry of a dress that can be worn in several different ways. I do enjoy the skimpiness of this one though, and I will incorporate that as well. My plan is to have no plan at all. The pattern. I want to create a yoke in the front with a gathered V-line bust area, like the original design. First, move all your dart endings to the low figure point, close your waist dart, moving it temporarily to the side, and draw your yoke as you find it more pleasing. Cut it out and reserve. Close all your darts, moving them to the waist dart, so you have fabric together. This dress has a very low V neckline, so I'm connecting the point where the yoke begins with the shoulder seam 1.5 inch to the inside from the neck point. Cut that out and draw 2 parallel lines so we can add more fabric for gathering and creating more volume. Fan it out, leaving 1/2 inch on the shoulder and 2 inches on the bottom of the pattern. Before gluing the pieces in place, stretch this line here and align these 2 points together, otherwise you can mess up the pattern. Here you have the choice to either pleat or really gather the fabric. I was going for pleats initially, but I changed my mind later on. In case you go for the pleats, don't forget to notch all the edges so you know where to fold. For the back, I wanted no yoke. Shave the shoulder dart, place the front pattern with the pleats folded so you can trace the real width and mark the neckline of your choice. I suggest a little bit higher than the front. Draw 2 lines from the shoulder to the waistline, cut them and fan the pattern as we did in the front so we can pleat or gather everything. Here we can disconsider the back waistline dart as we will be gathering it as well. For the sleeve, I did the same as I did for the social distancing dress, only I made it shorter and with a straight end. Draw perpendicular lines from the end to the top, cut it and fan them out to create space for gathering. I didn't make a pattern for the sexy strawberry dress as I decided draping it directly on the dress form would give me better results. The fabric! Although I really do love pink, blush makes me look like Miss Piggy. I think she's a feminist icon, but sometimes I don't enjoy looking like a swine. So I totally had the zoomies when I found the strawberry fabric in black. Black! Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I'm shaking! Can't believe it! And I got a melting Chanel logo with it. And it's, oh my god. It's black and it's fabulous and it has strawberries and I'm going insane. Look at this, it's strawberries. Oh my god, I'm so freaking happy. I'm gonna have my strawberry dress. Couldn't be nothing else but evil because it's me. As a lining, I first chose the quarantine tan jersey that I would sew as a separate dress in case I wanted to interchange with other colors. I think red and black would be a nice option here, don't you think? Cut 1 piece of jersey with the width of the fabric by the length that you want and cut that piece in half on the length. 1 piece will be the front of the dress and the other will be the back. For the tulle, cut 1 panel measuring the width of the fabric by at least twice the length of your lining dress for the front and 1 panel measuring the same, but cut it in half on the length for the back zipper insertion. I chose here 1 layer of strawberry tulle and 1 of soft mesh tulle for the mini dress.
Dan is sofort in de Biene-Modus. Biene is like... Biene war schon, ich stech alles jetzt.
Was machst du? Go back. For the other dress, cut 4 panels measuring the width of the fabric by the length that you want your skirt to be.
Where is the beginning of this amazing river of strawberries? I think I need 4 panels for maximum strawberry.
Here I also used 1 layer of strawberry and 1 of soft mesh.
Hallo Miausi.
Ich wollte mich vorbeischnicken.
Sometimes I hate tulle because I cannot handle it. Platypus, platypus, you're a pretty platypus. Don't want to say anything, but this strawberry dress has nothing on my platypus. Pink pretty platypus. Was willst du? Mwah. Give me a kissy. Go, Poppy. Go.
For the bodice, cut 2 strawberry yolks and 2 mesh yolks, 1 for each side. 4 strawberry front tops and 4 strawberry back pieces, 2 for each side, as well as 2 soft mesh front tops and 2 back pieces, 1 for each side. It will make more sense later on, don't worry.
The mini evil.
First, I set the dress form to my measurement so I could drape a very tight lining dress for the sexy strawberry. You can also just sew a rectangle measuring the same as half of your low hip measurement, wear it inside out in front of a mirror and pin the side seams to your body shape. Quick and easy. Finish the neckline and hem and that's it. For the beautiful dress, we need to first gather the fabric. I put the strawberries on top of the soft mesh and I gathered the self edges, making sure that the final result was the same length as the lining dress. For that, just start sewing with a straight stitch and bunch the fabric under the presser foot of the machine instead of letting it gather on its own. Like this you have more control of the final result. And also, sew slowly so you don't gather more fabric than you need or your thread keeps ripping all of the time, like it happened to me.
Hey.
In order for me to drape this, I thought I needed some assistance of base stitches right in the center so the folds would stay in place, but that didn't help me at all, so I don't recommend you doing that. Instead, I pinned the folds in place as tight as possible on both sides until I was satisfied with the distribution of the folds. Stay stitch the folds in place at the back panels, pinning the folds on the center, back and side seams as we did in the front, and sew everything on the machine, over stitching from the outside for more stability, and cut the excess carefully. I guess you should make a French seam here for a better finish, but I just didn't feel like it.
I have the front. The front is cute.
Ist der Hirschi oder he?
I don't know. It's one of those hybrids.
A few months after I moved to Germany on my way to work, there was a person sitting next to me on the train and their style was totally androgynous. Very cool and stylish. They were wearing headphones and totally oblivious to the outside world, but I was checking and observing everything in my surroundings. On the other side of the train, there was this really old couple and they were politely observing the person next to me. The man turned to his wife and asked over his breath, "Is that a girl or a boy?" The woman chuckled and said, "I cannot tell, but I reckon she is a lady." The man then retorted, "It must be one of those hybrids." The woman agreed, "Indeed, my love, indeed." Today this is an inside joke, but then I was trying not to pass out for holding my laughter during a very long train ride. Before attaching the zipper on the back, stitch the center back folds in place on the machine.
Where are my tickets? Give me the tickets. Not what I'm searching for. Where is it? I need my clippers. Where are my clippers? Bitch. Whatever.
For those of you who don't have a dress form, use your lining dress as a template, but don't sew as tight as your jersey fabric first, so you can wear it inside out in front of the mirror and make all the necessary adjustments. You can always make it smaller, but make something bigger is a little complicated.
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do.
Pin the center back shut and try it on by exhaling all available air in your lungs. Then surround like a drunk tapeworm to test the strength of your seams. Speed up for a bowl and finally install the zipper. Cut any excess fabric that you might have on the center back and overstitch the zipper in place.
Now I need sleeves and that detail on front, but I need for that to construct channels. I'll figure out the sleeves later.
The original has these 2 details in the front that probably also have the function to make the dress shorter or longer, but mine will be just decoy. Add 2 strips of soft mesh as channels and insert 1 very long thin jersey snake on each side. I cut the snake 1 inch wide by the width of the fabric as a length, and I did not sew it. I stretched the life out of it until it curled up in pain and never again tried to straighten itself up.
The channel will go on the outside. That will be fun. Oh my god. Will I manage to make it decent. I don't think so. Whatever. Let's try this out.
While I base stitch those pesky channels in place, let's have a nice chat about the strawberry dress controversy. While doing my very vast research, I found that most people are very concerned that this dress costs $490. And oh my god, why such a high price for a dress if she didn't even come up with the fabric or with the silhouette? Oh my god, how dare she? We are definitely infected by the fast fashion disease. The thing is, you are not buying a dress, you're buying a piece of art. You are paying for her genius, her rent, her equipment, her research, her trials, her fails, her student loans, her team, her materials. Everything! To put that into perspective, it took me 4 full days to finish those dresses. Let's pretend that I work on an hour loan of, let's say, $20, considering my experience and background. That makes already $640 just for my work alone.
But you are making 2 dresses.
Yes, I know, so let's cut that in half. $320 plus $35 for the strawberry tulle, $30 for the soft mesh tulle, plus the energy cost, the use of my machines, the pins that I lost, the needles that I broke. Do you see where I'm going with this? I would probably close on $400, $450 for one dress, and that's not even considering my profit. No, the salary is not the profit. The salary is based and calculated on the basic needs that I have to survive. She can sell the dress for $490 because she buys bulk, so her material costs are lower. She will probably put 20 to 35% profit margin on top of the dress, so she's not getting that much as you think she is, but things are expensive. Is it a lot of money for a dress? Yes. You don't really think twice when spending that on a cell phone. But it's technology, and to that I say, priorities, my lady. Priorities. Pitiful thing is only that one evil-minded person may come to you and say, "Oh, this is so last season." To that I reply, "Freak your seasons, I wear what I want." Let's normalize slow fashion and wearing dresses more than a few times, please. Yes, you and I cannot pay for that, but we really want it. So what can we do? Do it yourself, but not for profit, please. Copying someone's design to sell for profit is a jerk move, but doing it for you, for your personal use, it's okay. I'm a designer myself. I know the pains of having your work stolen and sold somewhere else. But I'm also pretty aware that a hobby sewist out there is not an evil person who is trying to steal my design and be famous based on what I created. Besides, the chance that something turns out 100% as the original is very low. That's why I'm showing you how to do something, but at the same time I am encouraging you to make all the changes that you want to make. First, because it's a challenge, and second, because who better than yourself to know what's better for your bacon? Adapt things to your style and body, and be free. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for coming to my PSA.
I hand sewn the channels. I have my doubts, but I'll try this on and see what's the damage.
12 seconds later.
Some minor adjustments were needed, so I will sew this now.
Remove the jersey snacks before sewing so you don't sew them together with the channels, and then remove the excess on the sides carefully with your giant scissors.
It survived. It survived. Insert the thingies, and now I can stop postponing the sleeves that I have been trying not to install since, I don't know, 3 days already. No more excuses for not installing sleeves after this. Can I find an excuse not to install the sleeves? Tell me I can find an excuse not to install sleeves. We have a snake inside the channel now. Now it's time to construct sleeves. First, I will cut this monster of a sleeve, and I glued this together because I haven't decided what kind of sleeve I want. So I will improvise on the go as I go. Improvising. Haha. I stay stitched the pleats. I have to stitch right in the middle so I can gather it, and hopefully it will magically poof and everything will be fine. This is a very sad sleeve. I I will cut the top of the sleeve as it should, and I will cut it as long as I can so I can ruffle it up.
The new sleeves were over 170 in length and I used all the strawberries I had left.
Yes, now I'll be able to fluff them a lot. Haha.
Run a long stitch on both side seams, the center and the sleeve cap so you can gather them separately for a better sleeve shaping. Pin it directly to your arm, wrong side out so you have the correct shape to sew. Cut any excess fabric you may have in the inner seam, and there I was hoping both my arms were the same diameter, and I made my second sleeve based on that first one without measuring anything. It worked out fine.
Cut the flaps. I'll make a channel inside the sleeve to insert the spaghetti strap. Doesn't matter if it has. And I was searching for this. It's attached to my necklace. Ah. Anyways.
Yeah, channel sewing, you know the drill. I don't need to explain it again. Because you're very intelligent people and I love you all. Mwah! Then here you have two options. You can either have your sleeves permanently attached to your dress by the side seams to the inner seam, or you can put snaps and have them attached when you want to. I went for the second one, of course.
The over-eagle.
This one is more straightforward to construct. The only thing we are missing are the trims. For the neckline, cut a few strips measuring 3 cm by the width of the fabric on soft mesh. For the hem, I cut all of the rest soft mesh I had as 15 cm strips.
There you are. Motherfucker. I was searching for this for hours. Now I have a magnet.
Gather the thin strips using the longest stitch on the machine and let it do its magic. You will achieve a tighter and more consistent gather this way. For the wider strips, use the bunching method we did on the mini dress.
It's getting cold. Winter is definitely coming. I was thinking about the sandwiching situation and I decided that I want a double layer of strawberries because it was sad with only one. They were too far apart. And besides, I will not pleat as I previously thought. I will gather because I think it will look prettier. Now the situation is the following. I think I will put the bodice together first. And then I will gather everything that needs to be gathered. This is the yoke, by the way. It will have only 2 sad strawberries in the middle. There will be more strawberries in the underdress. That will be see-through.
To construct the bodice, start by sandwiching 2 layers of strawberries on top of each other, and I'm leaving here the front open. So first sew the center back, then attach the shoulder seams on both sides, gather the lower part of the front bodice so you can sew the yoke and sew the side seams shut. Do the same to the lining pieces.
The longest schnurrbart der Welt.
Starting on the waistline, add the thin trim to the neckline on the right side, sandwiching it with the lining right sides facing, sew that in place, understitch the lining and cut any excess from that seam so you have a straight line and a pretty finish. Are you still with me? Breathe! We can do this. Here, you should also gather the shoulder seam the amount you want and overstitch everything in place. To finish the armhole, use a thin strip of soft mesh, sewing it to the outside and flipping it over to the inside and overstitching it as one would do with a bias tape. This is only necessary if you choose not to install sleeves on this dress.
I'm getting lost in a sea of strawberry tulle and I am not mad about it.
For the skirt, sew all 4 strawberry panels right sides facing and do the same to the lining. Attach both to each other by the waistline, wrong sides facing, and gather the fabric, starting from the center front. Distribute 1 skirt panel per bodice panel and that will give you a nice flowy skirt with a lot of twirling potential. Finally, add a white trim to the right side of the hem of the strawberries only. Then freak out about the amount of fabric you used. So I went skirt up with the trim. I have no idea what I was thinking, but yes. So I need to remove and do it again. What the hell? Sometimes I have no idea what's going on in my head. I really don't.
One eternity later.
I reinstalled the trim, but I am missing 1 whole skirt panel. I don't have any more of the non-strawberry tulle. Nothing. So I have to try to make scraps. Ah, the hell. 10 meters of tulle went on this dress. Seriously?
Another eternity later.
This was all I could save in scraps, and I hope it's enough to finish that last part, but I don't think so. For the looks of it, it will be very, 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 very thin. Very funny. Very funny. This is enough for my head. I have to order more fabric.
Never!
10 meters of
tulle weren't enough for this freaking dress. What?
Then the most malevolent of ideas came into my mind and I chopped 15 centimeters off of my lining skirt.
This much is missing. This freaking much is missing. What will I do? What will I do? What will I do? I'll go through my scraps again. Maybe I'll find something I can still use.
Good news is that I managed to cut an obscene amount of 15 centimeter squares and tiny rectangles. Bad news is that I had to gather an obscene amount of 15 centimeter squares and tiny rectangles.
For the waist details, I did the same thing I did on the other dress. I sewed 2 channels on the outside. Now I'm trying to put the thingy through, but it's a little bit too tight. I like challenging projects, but sometimes I just wish I would wake up one day and magic mice would have finished them for me. Both are in. Let's test this. Oh, it's very twirly and very woo. Oh, I can dance flamenco with it. I don't remember the Sevillanas anymore. Look how much skirt I have. All them strawberries. I like that. So now it's just tested. Everything goes together. But that will be a surprise for you. Hello, it's me again. I look like a hippo, so there will be change of plans. Ha 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 ha.
The meltdown! It's not my project without one, apparently.
Let's assassinate a strawberry dress. That other one was absolutely not my style. But now I have a beautiful mustache. This is so 50s glamour, isn't it? And I will also change the underdress to black because I look like a stuffed sausage. And although sometimes I want to wear skimpy clothes, no. No.
Schatten.
Free channel! Stop it! I feel violated. Look at my pretty shoes. I'm a swine. So much tulle. All the tulle. Forever tulle. Are you a princess? Are you a princess? Are you a princess? Oh, Verschnute.
Bleibst nicht stehen.
Ich war nicht stehen, weil ich packe runter.
Das wird nicht gut.
Nochmal. Ich krieg das hin.
Sushi, are you bored?
Sushi is sad.
Is it a rain day?
It's a rainy day. Sushi is sad.
Oh no!